Hello, sports fans. I'd like to welcome everyone to another edition. Sportsmemo's Pro Football Forecast. I'm your host, world champion handicapper, Las Vegas' biggest daily sports bettor, Joe D'Amico. Now, my friends, you're going to receive a slew of free winners from some of Sportsmemo's documented winning cappers. Providing today's winners are the body himself, Mr. Jesse Schule, the Southern Assassin, Mr. Rocky Atkinson, and your handsome host, me, Joe D'Amico. During the show, you're going to see a discount scroll across the bottom of your screen. There it goes now. Take advantage of that discount. Let me bring everybody on so I can tell you about that discount. Welcome, Rocky. Welcome, Jesse.
Great to see you, Joe.
Thanks,
love
Joe.
having you guys, man. I love having you guys. It's a big time of year. We've got some great things happening. We're going to be giving out some free plays for this weekend's NFL, and we've got a special discount for everyone. Guys, Sports Memo, they just outdo themselves each week with these discounts, and this week, it really is a doozy. Any capper on the show, $39 for a 3-day pass. Use code FORECAST3 upon checkout. You get Rocky, Jesse, or myself. Oh, heck, for that price, you get all three of us for $100 and change. 3 days of our plays. I know that Rocky and Jesse are going to be telling you about what else they have going on this weekend. That's going to make it worthwhile for you to take advantage of that discount, because whether you're a $5 player, a nickel player, or a 5-dime player, those discounts will pay for itself in no time when you follow documented winners like Rocky, Jesse, and myself. Guys, and we would love it if you would follow the Sports Memo YouTube channel and our Twitter pages. We will get back to you. I know Rocky is very hands-on with the people that follow him. I know Jesse talks to people that everybody that comments. He's great with that. And I get back to anybody that comments on our show. So tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't. We want to keep making you happy. And I am happy to say that we're going to be coming back next football season again, right here at Sports Memo. But in the meantime, also, after football ends, tune in every day to the First Family of Las Vegas morning show. My wife and I, the First Lady of Las Vegas, we give out a free play every day for that day's action. We have special guests. Jesse's been on the show. We're going to get Rocky on that show in the morning. He's a big partier. He stays out all night for those morning shows. No, I'm just kidding. He's going to get him on the show. We have Don Buster. We had Ross Benjamin. We had Dr. Chuck. Just this week, we had one of the greatest receivers in NFL history. Mark Clayton was on the show. I'm going to get more ex-athletes for you to give you some winners and some insight. But tune into the First Family of Las Vegas show Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have some special guests, free winners for that day's action. Guys, it is that time. We're going to jump right in with free winners, NFL Division Weekend Playoffs. Let's go to the Southern Assassin, Mr. Rocky Atkinson. Rocky.
Hey, Joe. Thanks for having me here again this week. We'll take a look at the Rams at Tampa Bay matchup. This game goes at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. We're looking at over the total here, 48. Rams are 13-5 this year. Tampa Bay's 14-4 on the season. Let's take a look at the Rams first. They averaged 270.9 yards per game and passing, and 372.2 total yards per game this year. They averaged 27.4 points per game overall this season. The Rams are ranked number 5 in the entire league in passing offense. They go up against a Tampa Bay defense that's ranked 21st in the league against the pass. On the other hand, let's take a look at Tampa Bay here. They averaged 304 yards per game passing, 402.7 total yards per game this year. Tampa Bay scoring 30.1 points per game overall this year, 33 points per game at home this season, and they're scoring 33.3 points per game the last 3 games overall. Tampa Bay's ranked number 1 in the entire NFL in passing offense. They go up against the Rams' 22nd ranked passing defense in the league. We also have 2 good rush defenses going against 2 poor rushing offenses here. Both teams will have to go to the passing game, which I believe will turn into more points and a high-scoring game. Let's take a look at some trends for this one. The over is 10-2 the last 3 years when the Rams are an underdog. The over 6-0 the last 3 years when the Rams are a road underdog of 3 points or less. The over 6-0 the last 6 games for the Rams in the divisional playoffs. The over is 8-1 the last 9 games when the Rams are a road underdog. And the over is 5-0 the last 5 meetings overall in this series. So we're going to play over the total in Tampa Bay, LA Rams on Sunday.
There you go. The Southern Assassin himself, Rocky Atkinson, telling you take over 48 Rams Bucks. And I got to tell you, doing something once, you're lucky. Do it twice, you're lucky. Do it year in, year out like Rocky does and continue to stay on that leaderboard. You're just damn good. I want Rocky to tell you what he has going on this weekend so you can take advantage of that 3-day discounted pass. Rocky, please, if you will.
Thank you, Joe. This weekend we're going to be looking at college basketball action, of course, NBA, as well as some hockey. I'm currently up in all sports ongoing, NFL, NBA, college basketball, and the NHL. So be sure to check out my page on Saturday and Sunday for more winners.
There you go. I want to thank Rocky. He's going to stick around for a while. Guys, use that discount you see, Forecast 3 days, all sports, Rocky Atkinson. It will pay for itself in one day. But as he mentioned, he's on leaderboards. He's in plus money in all sports. I'll tell you right now, I follow him, and I'm as good as there is in his business, and I follow him because he is one of the best there is. Let's go from one perennial leaderboard fixture to another. You know him as the Body. We call him Jesse Schule. Jesse, welcome, buddy.
Hey, Joe. So I'm going to be looking at the Bills-Chiefs total. The total opened at 54.5 and quickly got bet up as high as 55. Of course, both these teams are coming off high-scoring games. Both these teams have high-flying offenses. So bettors and sports books are optimistic that we will see a shootout here in this matchup. And because of that, the total is a little bit inflated. I will mention that the Bills are the number one defense in the NFL. They only allowed 17 points per game this year. Of course, the last time the Bills played the Chiefs, both of those games went over. However, if you look at the previous 8 head-to-head meetings, all 8 of those games fell short of a total of 55. I think the best way to play this is bet under for the first half. If you shop around, you should be able to get a 27.5. You might get stuck with a 27, and that's a decent play as well. However, it's really important to get that half point if you can. You look at last week's game in Kansas City. The Steelers were really, really great playing defense in the first quarter in that game. 7 of the first 8 possessions in that game ended up in punts. And then Kansas City scored, and it opened the floodgates, and the game just got carried away. And Kansas City ended up scoring a late touchdown in the final seconds to take a 21-7 lead at halftime. I don't think that's going to happen this week. I think that we'll see more of what we saw in the first quarter of last week's game. I think both these teams are going to feel each other out. They're going to play strong defensively, run the ball a little bit. And when you got such a high number, anything can happen. A couple holding penalties, a couple turnovers, a couple stalled drives that result in field goals instead of touchdowns. And I'm going to play the percentages and take that under 27.5 for the first half.
There you go. Mr. Jesse Schule, guys, he's telling you to take under 27.5 Bills Chiefs first half. Guys, he has been on the show all season long, and I can't remember the last time he dropped a free play on the show. He's kicking butt and taking names. We have a 3-day discount. Forecast 3 upon checkout. 3 days, all sports. Jesse Schule, $39. Let's let Jesse tell you why you need to use that discount. Follow him this weekend. Jesse, if you will.
Well, Joe, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm going to do it anyways. But before I do that, I'm going to toot Rocky's horn, because in an industry where hitting 60% makes you one of the best in the world, Rocky's hitting closer to 70% with NFL. And if he doesn't want to brag about that, let me brag about it for him. That is an amazing win percentage with NFL this year. And myself, well, last week I came into Wild Card Weekend riding a 10-0 run. I hit my game of the year last weekend on the under in the Dallas-San Francisco game. And I've got my top-rated playoff side of the year going this weekend. You're going to want to get that. And if you like basketball, how does 17-0 sound? I'm 8-0 with my last college, 9-0 with my last NBA. That's a combined 17-0 perfect run on the hardwood. Come see me at Sportsmemo, baby.
There you go. Use that discount, 9-0, 7-8. Just amazing. And by the way, let me bring everybody real quick. By the way, Jesse, there's nothing wrong with tooting your own horn as long as you don't get caught in public doing so. That's all I'm saying. Now, guys, I couldn't help myself, guys. Couldn't help myself. It's time to adjust the volume on your phone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever you're using, because Joey D is excited about his free winner this weekend. Let's go, Divisional Playoffs. I'm taking it. I'm talking about a marquee game here. Let's start, guys, with the health of Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't care what you hear about his shoulder, his thumb, a sprained ankle he got roller skating on a date 20 years ago, or his hemorrhoids. It's all propaganda and no merit. BS. Guys, there are coaches in the league that they take this propaganda to another level. We know the hoodie up in New England loves doing it. This is all propaganda. It's smoke and mirrors. Let's talk this. The quarterback is healthy. He's playing some of the best football ever. The offense is now utilizing Deebo Samuel very creatively and will move the changer. Let's flip it. Let's talk about the other offense. Flip side, one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the sport, having a career year. There hasn't been too many opponents, if any, this season that has contained Aaron Rodgers when he is 100%. Both teams will be able to have success where? In the air, which will allow both offenses to open up their ground games a bit. When these two teams met in September, it resulted, if you recall, in 58 total points scored, making it the third consecutive matchup going over the total, and that's just since January of 2020. Green Bay comes in here with 6 of their last 7 going over the total, guys. Granted, San Fran, only 3 of their last 8 over, but in all sincerity, if you look at their opponents in those 8 games, they really didn't face too many spectacular offenses. This game will fly over the total, my friends. I love this over. I see a solid 47.5 as of taping. Take it. I'll even go up a little bit higher. If this game goes to 48, 48.5, 49, once it hits 50, 51, I'm going to tell you that's how much I like this game over. However, I'm going to tell you why you need to use that discount. Follow Joe D'Amico this weekend because I'm going to have something on all 3 remaining NFL Divisional Playoff games this weekend. There might even be a game of the month or even a game of the year. But you got to do one thing for me, folks. You got to go over to Sportsmemo by Friday morning. I'm waiting for some lines to move. You got to go over to Sportsmemo by Friday morning and see what I'm giving out because I'm not going to put them out until Friday morning. So go over to Sportsmemo, follow Joe D, $39, 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You're going to college basketball, NBA, football, all 4 games. You got this winner already. There'll be 3 other plays out there. At least there might be more because I might like sides and totals. Follow me. Let's bring everybody on real quick. I got a couple of announcements to make before I give out rundown everybody's free plays. Guys, once again, this discount this week, it's amazing. I mean, for $100 and change, you can get myself, Rocky, and Jesse, 3 days, 3 guys. I mean, that's just incredible. Use code FORECAST3 upon checkout. Secondly, sports fans, we would love it if you followed the Sportsmemo YouTube channel. 100% free. It takes 2 seconds. Also, follow our Twitter pages. Go to Sportsmemo's Twitter pages. They put a lot of free content up there, a lot of fun stuff. Follow Rocky's Twitter page. Follow Jesse's. You see them there. Follow mine. I know we all love to talk with fans, guests, or people that have something bad to say. I don't mind it because I'll address some negative things. If there's something you don't like, I'll do my best to make you happy. But I'm going to tell you right now, follow those pages. You get a ton of free content. Let me go through the free plays. Mr. Rocky Atkinson has over 48 in the Rams-Bucks. Mr. Jesse Schule, under in the first half of the Bills-Chiefs, and he said it's 27.5. There is a 27, but he liked that hook, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Jesse?
That's right, Joe.
And your handsome host, Joey D, says take over 47.5 in the 49ers. Packers. Now, sports fans, I can't believe it's that time again. I always feel for you guys that are out there that are too young, you're not going to remember it. I don't know if Jesse or Rocky is going to remember it. But at the end of the Mickey Mouse show back in the day, it was on Sunday nights. And it was always on Sunday night when you were a kid and you had to go to school on Monday. And once that broadcast would end, not only were you sad that the Mickey Mouse show was going to end, but it was usually bedtime for most of us kids because I was like in 1st and 2nd grade. And I used to hate hearing that. Goodbye. See you next week. But sports fans, before we do that, I'd like to thank Sportsmemo, your one-stop shop for all your sports betting needs. Our wonderful panel of experts. Most of all, I want to thank you, our guests. You have made this show the most exciting new show this football season on the planet. So thank you. On behalf of Sportsmemo, Jesse Schule, Mr. Rocky Atkinson, I'm Joe D'Amico. Good luck. Have a winning day.